Yo. Just a little late today, my bad. Woke up a tiny bit late, so I was just brushing my teeth. Yo, Halil, morning. Assalamu alaikum. Looks like pound fell hard. God damn it, my silver position, man. Literally, I was up, yeah. I was up, bro. I caught the bottom of the move, yeah. Obviously, I don't know what this wick was, man. That destroyed one of my positions. And then obviously it flew all the, so I held it all the way, yeah. And then I rolled stop loss, yeah, bro, to here. And then when the market opened, the spread become like 90 pips, and it took out my trade, and then it flew all the way up here. So that's my first swing trade. Alhamdulillah, I worked out good holding it overnight. I just need to be careful because silver, the spreads become insane, bro. This is 20 pips, yeah. It was a 100 pip spread on this. It was literally like, the spread was like massive, bro, wallah. And I was looking on the charts, it's like, here's the red line, here's the green line. Yo, like literally, it's like, okay, that's 100 and it was like there. So it's like that, bro. So it's like this, in it, yeah. They took out my zone, in it, my SL. From here all the way down. Yeah, it's like that. And then it took out my level, in it. I was like, no. And then it flew up, man. That would have been my 0.5% in it. But my account's up anyway. Like, I've got profit in the account from that trade anyway. So it's not the end of the world, I suppose. I'm tempted to take another stab at a long in this level right here. But I'm scared in case the spreads happen again. Because on silver, on gold, it doesn't happen like that. It's only on silver, so I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why silver does that. I don't know. So I'm not sure what to do, man. And I did take a small long on buy, really small long, and then that got tagged out. I rolled stop loss. That's a good level right there. This is a good level to buy gold on. So yeah, I'm not sure what to do. What about Bitcoin? I'm tempted to stick along on Bitcoin as well. Let me just mark this area as a key area. We can drag that all the way over to Wednesday. And then we'll do same on silver. There we go. And then we'll just have to look at M5. If you do get a bullish confirmation, I'm gonna hit along. But let's look at the news first, innit? Because news came out. Unemployment rate come out worse. Employment change come out as forecasted. CPI year on year. Unemployment change, we had more unemployment change. Oh crap, employment change bad. UK weekly earnings went up year on year by 0.3%. That's the only good thing. Everything else was bad. Everything else was bad. That's definitely bad for the pound. Because obviously inflation is a bit high, which we already know, but it wasn't that much of an issue because obviously we had okay scenario. Let me just put the live stream in the chat. So this is Tuesday, yeah. Nowadays, I know, and I'm just not gonna trade here. So look at that, look at that, look at that. No, 100 pip spread again. Look. See, why has it happened again? Why has it happened again? That's never happened before, bro. Look at that. Look at that. Never happened before. That 100 pip spread. Nah, bro, that's something different. Look at even this one was a 40 pip one on the 15-minute. Yeah, see, you know what this is? This is all-time highs, bro. This is silver trading at all-time. Is that 160? No, 105. 105 pip spread. Look at that. That's what took me out on this trade, yeah? If it didn't do that, my rest of the trade went all the way up, yeah, to here. I would have probably made my 0.5% just from this move here. But obviously I got tagged. And then when this opened up here, literally this was another 100 pip move, and then it took out because I had my SL here, so it took me out. It took me out because I think it went down to like here or something like that. I don't know if I can show you on my phone, man. Is there a way to screen share my phone or something? I don't think there is there? No. I don't think there is. So just somehow need to make 0.5% once again. I'm gonna do what I did last time, take the same trade basically. Just let this, wait a second, what's the news I read? I don't believe any of this ceasefire bollocks, I really don't. I'm so suspicious of it. So suspicious of it. Bloody hell, GJ is falling really bad. G is yeah, that's yeah, not good for pound. And even euro, even euro is not looking so good either. Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on this on M5, yeah. When the spreads decrease back to like 10 pips or whatever, then I'm going to wait for them to hop back down to 1-2 pips. I'm going to take a long and target back into these highs again. Because the plan was to swing this. The plan, or delete my alerts in it. The plan was to swing this. So I'm still sticking to the idea. Because all I can see here is that we come out and we took this low basically. But it's interesting how we blast through this level, man. I don't know if that's like a broker issue, but this is IC market, so they're normally really good. This is a spread issue, look. Oh god, yeah, this is a spread issue. Yeah, that's a spread related issue, that is. So I'm gonna wait for like bullish price action to come in. Gold isn't as bad, but honestly, that looks like a sick place to buy on gold. Francis, I'm not even joking. That's a beautiful place to buy on gold. You could have taken that straight from that zone. Well, what is it? 41.11, yeah? So where's 41.11? There. They could have taken it from there. We could have taken it from my preferred 50% level. And then covered these lows right here. Or you would have got tagged right there. So it would have been like a 55 pip SL. Or you could say 60 pip. And then target into these highs. Oh my god, that's 14. That's a 14-hour trade. That's what I'm gonna do on silver. I'm just gonna wait for these spreads to calm down a bit more, then I'm gonna get in on silver. So I need to keep an eye on that. What about Bitcoin? What's Bitcoin doing? I really wanted to buy Bitcoin at 12,000. So Bitcoin at 12,000. So around there. Cover 11.5. And then target just 116, that's it, and then that's ATAR. Start setting alerts everywhere, man. Yeah, look at that, look at that. You're already be up 2.6R, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9. Bloody yeah, look at that. Wow. 0.5%. So silver's down 2.5, yeah. I think I'm gonna go on gold on this. One sec. I need to go M15 time frame. M30 actually, yeah. Yeah, that's much better now. $41.08. 41.08. I want to go on M2. Yeah, they have, bro. They have. They really have. I think I can go 41.04. Or even 41.05 dead. So I think I'm gonna go from 41.04, 41.04.3 there. No. There. That's what I'm thinking of entering from. And the SL is 4086.9. There. So what's that? That is that's 175 pip SL in it. Yeah, 175 pip. Right, buy limit set. That's on the 50k account. So obviously this is a slightly different approach of trading. This isn't the usual approach. So let's see how that goes then on gold. That's a good area, to be fair. I've covered on there. I've gave loads of room on that as well, so it shouldn't have a problem. Let's go to silver now, because I'm gonna take a hit on silver as well. I'm gonna take an attempt on silver too. So let's just roll that over there, and then that can go across. And then how's silver looking on here then? Okay, let's go to gold. Okay, so gold hasn't triggered on this yet. We're at 61.06 and the limit is 41.01. 41.01. So 41.01. Hey, why is it not 04? Shouldn't that be? I think I made a mistake there. Damn it, stupid phone, man. I swear, stupid phone. Yeah, there. And then the SL was 89. $89.3. There. Okay, so anyway, let's go back to how I usually trade with these other pairs and see what's going on. Okay, so EU, GU is out. So we've had a big move to the downside. Surely we can recover now. So I'm just gonna wait for a potential. I'm not too sure actually. Near Asia low on here, so it's a pound is down, man, down and up, bro. Okay, GJ looks good because it's come and took out a nice level, so maybe there's an opportunity for a potential reversal at this point. Possibly, maybe. I've gone into the 1 minute order block zone now, and then the SL's 84. I'm just dragging it further down and down and down just to give myself more room on that trade. There. I'd like it to come down, tag that level. And if you get entry from me, then happy days. September, October have been really wild, man. Bro, they have. You're telling me, bro. Next level backflips in the market. Oh my god. Price action hasn't been actioning, bro. Yeah. Now I've got this at 294.9. Coming right at the low of that level, man. I don't like the look of that. I'd want to see a big push down and then hopefully you can start pushing up from there. Isn't that side? Yeah, this is a different approach I'm taking on the 50k account. Just to meet the 0.5% minimum trading thing. These are going to be swing entries, so these are going to be looking for holding for 1 or 2 days. I wouldn't take this trade normally, but on silver I got tagged out that trade because of the spread, and that silver trade was beautiful, man. So I'm just trying to find another potential swing basically in it. But actually looking at silver, this doesn't look like a good idea, because it looks like today might be a bearish day. We've had a lot of profit taken at 41.80, which is near psychology 41.2. If that was a solid zone, it would have held and pushed up from there, but instead we're getting a test of that level again, potentially, aren't we? Silver's broke that level and is holding below on the M5, which is also a very bad sign. I've moved my stop loss even lower. It's at 90. It's at 95 now. I'm gonna delete that limit. I'm gonna just take a moment to look at price action. I need confirmation on a swing trade. I'm not gonna swing this if I don't get confirmation, because that zone is meant to hold and give bullish price action. Come back, tag the M1, this zone here and then fly from there, but it didn't. Instead it's coming deep into that level, and there's a lot of momentum on the bearish side, which I don't like because you just rejected that 41.8. That's a concern, especially considering all the peace deals and stuff being made with Gaza and Palestine and Israel. So I'm just wondering what is going on here. And also, if I look at silver, silver's held below that key area, which is concerning. Yes, we did take this low here and this kind of equal, I suppose, and then push up from there. But if that was the zone that it's supposed to be, it would have done this price action, come up, come down, made a higher low, and then carried on going from there. But it hasn't, has it? We still had a reaction, and then now we're coming bearish, and we're going to potentially take out this zone, which makes me think that we might be on the corrective period of silver, and silver might want to come down, take out these lows right here, these lows right here. So I'm just wondering, could that be the case? And it looks like it very well could. So if we do get into swing on silver or gold, silver might be a beautiful level right here. So I'm just going to set an alert there, because I've got a feeling that silver's going to come down to this place. So I set an alert there. We've taken that low. That's interesting. We've taken that low. So resistance became support that got broken, and that's going to get retested, and I might come down here. So you can look to potentially getting longs from there. I can trade different strategies. I just don't like it because you need really good psychology to have the mindset to think, okay, on this edge, this is how psychology is dealt with. On this edge, this is how psychology is dealt with. So it's a bit harder to control yourself because you're looking at the markets in two different perspectives. I hope that makes sense. So yeah. Come down to 95, 94. Ooh. So that's kind of the thinking on there. And I need bullish price action, bro, for me to be confident in getting in them longs. Let's go to GJ now anyway, because obviously we have got other stuff you can trade in the meantime. Not really anything that... This was a crappy day, you can delete that. Okay, so let's go. Wednesday London session. Okay, M5. All right, we're taking that level by 12-13 pips. Okay, that's a relatively big move, isn't it? But yo, the spreads are mad on silver, man. Absolutely mad on silver. Okay, so if we say this level, I do like the look of that because you've had a massive drop off. We've took out one low, technically two kind of lows because that's the M5 structural low, I think. Yep, there you go. So I do like the look of that, especially if you get bullish confirmation on M1. Where's my other phone? Might need to take this trade twice. One on this, one on this. Let's load that phone up. Go on to the 100 account on this phone. Let's look at GJ. Go to M1. I need tablets. I need 2 tablets, man. Or iPads or something, rather than these tiny little phones. Okay, gold looks like it's moving up now. Oof. So I had it at 94.5. So that would have been a sniper entry. All that is just could be. I hate when it doesn't click. Build up. Sweet. Wee. To the downside. I'm just thinking, is this gonna be profit taking going on? Or is this gonna be a scenario where people are actually starting to pull their money out of gold? You know what I mean? Oh my god, look at the spreads now. The spreads even now are 70. That's 70 pips, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so big. So big. 70 pip. Oh my god. Oh my god. 82 pip. 82 pip. Yeah, that's a mad spread, bro. Look at that. Oh my god. That is madness. Holy shit. See, look, and that's coming back down again. That's why I'm suspicious. Very, very suspicious. Anyway, let's we keep an eye on this. We'll keep an eye on this. So what about you then? What are you doing here? So you've had lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Still nothing there yet because it's still following order flow to the bearish side. I think there will have to be some type of recovery because you have fell off quite hard, haven't we, on GJ? Since 7 o'clock, which was here, we've done, oh no, not that, it was since here. Where's the high? Let me just, there's the high. We fell off 30 pips in one 5-minute candle, and then we had the next 5-minute candle at 30 pip, then I had the next candle 37 pip, then I had the next candle 50 pip basically, and then you had the next candle. So it fell off hard, yeah, for 20 minutes doing a 60 pip drop, which is interesting. Oof, yeah, that's bad. That's bad. So basically in half an hour it did a 75 pip drop. So now I'm expecting a recovery in it, of that. I'm expecting some type of recovery. That's the thinking behind it anyway. Obviously, if you don't get that recovery, it's absolutely fine. Dairy Baby. GJ still going down. Where's the next level? Oh god, we're miles away from the next level, aren't we? Yeah, we've got no other level, to be fair, man, on gbpjpy to potentially catch a reversal or anything. I can't really see. Okay, wait a second. Okay. There you go. 568. 568. You can try see if GJ comes down to this level and then see if it gives anything, because you got 4 minutes till London open anyway, so who knows, you might get a little push down again, and then possibly catch something from there. I'm not sure. We can sit and wait and see basically what happens around here. And then you can try and target back up to this high, maybe even if it's like a bounce, and then we continue down. If you can catch that bounce back up to this high, at least, even that's valid, because I think that we might have enough. Yeah, it's a 100 pip move back up, so it meets my 35-70 pip pip movement anyway, so yeah, we should be able to do that. I'm just gonna sit and wait for that, to be fair, on GJ. EU and GU, I think that price action is going to continue more bearish, because they're finding a lot of support in the DXY. I mean, look at that. We come straight back into this level on the DXY, yeah. 98.5 to 90, and it bounced straight off of there today. Literally bounced straight off of there. So I find that interesting. Why is the value line hidden? This. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there. Better. Now I can see the value line on there and stuff. How's the weekly candle looking? Oof. Rather bullish, isn't it? So they did a fake out on the bottom of that key area. Makes sense. But the stop loss is still 70 pips on silver, man. So silver's a no-go, because they still got a massive 70 pip, 60 pip spread on there. Gold spread is not so bad. Spread on gold is not so bad. GBPCHF. What are you saying, buddy? What are you saying, buddy? Right, how are you boys anyway? Sorry, I was just focusing on gold and silver innit? How are you guys? What's going on with you guys? Everything okay? So I wasn't really fully paying attention. It's because I was looking at this in it. So, oh god, I haven't even put the stuff in the chat yet, have I? 10% off with the Heron copier using code Bashy and free Discord. So am I guessing that you're not going to be trading gold today then, yeah, Francis, because of the volume? Well, what about you, Halil, as well? Anything you looking at, mate? No, that's fine. We sit and wait, bro. We sit and wait. I'm just trying to call the potential, yeah, just chilling, yeah. I'm just trying to catch like the low on gold or silver, just so I can swing it again. Because now I know that obviously these days, now we're at all-time highs, silver's having crazy spread and stuff because there's a lot going on with silver because we're at all-time highs. That also with the market open, so the close and the open of the market, so 10 till 11 o'clock, the market spread becomes around 100 pips. I need at least 120 pip difference from my entry to my SL to whatever price could market open from, if that makes sense. So I'm just trying to, yeah, and if it doesn't do that, then happy days, innit? I'm learning a lot, man. If gold swerved me, that's fine. What about silver? Still got 40 pip spread. Look, bro, this is fascinating, don't you think? That silver has such a crazy spread. Do you think that's fascinating? I do, you know. This is great market experience on silver right now in all-time highs. Great market experience, man. Brilliant. How else are you gonna learn? Right, so remember this basically. In all-time highs and stuff like that, there's a possibility on silver spreads might become excessive, possibly because of profit taking. And obviously silver is one of those assets that isn't heavily traded, so the brokers will struggle to get like a good price feed for it, which is where all this spread and stuff comes into play. Because as I said, if you looked at it for the last 2-3 weeks, it wasn't doing that. It's only doing that now that we're at these all-time high levels and stuff. There's probably a lot of action going on silver, and obviously London Open, key areas and stuff like that, the spread's becoming a bit insane. So yeah, man, good knowledge, this really good knowledge. Explains why I took that L yesterday. That makes sense. Oh, there we go, spreads are slowly coming down. What the hell, man? Trying to get this gum out. There you go. Gold might be coming back now as well, and I need to really think about this. Got a 90 pip stop loss on gold. Entry at 99.6. SL 125 pips. The risk is 100 USD, which is 0.2%. Just trying to target 0.5%, which is 41.31. I think that's possible. What do you boys think? I want your guys' opinion. Francis, you trade gold a lot, man. Chief, what's your opinion? Entry 40.99, SL 40.87, 125 pip SL, $100 risk. Just trying to make 250 risk, so that's 2.5 off. And the TP is 41.31, which is literally not a lot. Like it's literally like 41.31 is literally right here. So it's only a 41.31 0. So here to here. So it's just a nice little 300 pip move. There, 345 pip, 314.5 pip move with an SL of 122 pips. What do you boys think? I think that we've held this key level. Yeah, we've held it. We've had a massive drop off. I think that's from profit taking personally on gold. Silver also, I think that's profit taking. Oh my god, look at silver. That's the spread shortening. This was the spread widening, now it's shortening, creating all of this. I'm not going to trade silver though, just in case the spreads pick up again, because it's better to just wait for these spreads to calm down. Probably in about an hour or something like that, I can try and get into another trade possibly. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, hello everybody, this is Donald J. Trump. You're behind the markets. If you're a real day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Isn't that one big, huge, brilliant deal? Come on, people.
Boys, are you here? What's Bitcoin looking like? That got stopped out. Hmm. It's okay, maybe no trade day. Spreads are still huge on that. Oh shoot, I forgot to watch One Punch Man. I got busy yesterday. I completely forgot to watch One Punch Man. And this trade is going really well actually. Unfortunately, it didn't tag me. Thank you so much. I kept rolling, stop. Rolling. Oh, rolling. Oh. But it would have been tight though, bro, because if you had 100 pip, oh, you would have just got whacked. Oh man. I think it's better to do like 150 pip, I think, or 120 pip. Personally, I prefer 150. And then you target 2.5 hour and then you're done. Interesting, man. Silver spreads are still 20 pips. I still can't really look at that. What about Bitcoin? What's that doing? Bitcoin's still falling a lot, isn't it, man? That's interesting. It's having a massive turn to the downside. I thought it would have recovered healthily, like quickly, because I thought we were going to go back into a risk on market after having Trump potentially say that, oh yes, well, a misunderstanding, but I know that the tariffs are still potentially due to come in place on the 1st of November, so maybe that's why the market's still a bit spooked by it, because of that. Traders boost bets on Bank of England to see 45 basis points of easing by the end of 2026. Yeah, of course, that's going to weaken the pound. Yep. Can't find anything clean as of yet, man. Even on the M1 using my normal strategy, and even on like gold and silver and stuff. I was wondering, is there a M15 zone that could potentially come into play? And your tire month of range to cool off the markets. Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, my trade was valid and stuff like that, what I was thinking. But I think I got obviously a bit concerned about the spreads and stuff like that and that big volume coming in. And I wanted to catch the absolute low to swing trade it. And then I wasn't sure on pip volume either for SL because the markets are really volatile. Because remember, I would normally trade normal conditions on gold, which are still relatively volatile, with like a 7 to 15 pip SL on gold on the M1. So I was thinking, if I'm going to swing it on a 15-minute, 30-minute, what is the average SL supposed to be and stuff like that? So I was just trying to figure all that out and then think about where am I going to target and stuff. Because I have to adjust my mindset in it because I'm planning on trading in a different way to what I usually do. So obviously it's like readjusting your brain for that style of trading, if that makes sense. So then your psychology falls into place as well, and otherwise you're gonna mess up, man. That's what I was kind of thinking, like that sort of thing. So yeah, if I did it from the middle of this level, it was 95.6, and then if I had 100 pip SL from there, it would have been good, and we would have already made 2.5R. would have been there, and they would have potentially been up another one, almost 2 or more, and they would have probably got tagged here anyway at 2.5 because they would have most likely rolled my stop loss to the 0.5% and let it run. If it ran all day up here, I would have just capped all of that and took that as profit as well, because then that would have 5 would have been 1%, and then 7.5 would have been 1.5%. Yo D, welcome. Karibu Ndugu. So basically that swing I took on silver, it worked out really good. Every time taking range is higher than New York, you just need to know it's going to be a day. Needs to be pick up $1 learning, peak in New York, and then drops in Tokyo. Yeah, but we're in a market where there's a lot of and I know that's in normal market conditions. That's what I'm trying to figure out about this, innit? Because we're not in the usual market conditions, are we? We're in a condition of the market right now where the volume is exceptionally high. So I think that if the volume is exceptionally high, you can still trade it the way you would trade it on M30 anyway. You just need to account for doubling your SL, doubling your TP. That's it. That's what I'm trying to figure out, innit? But trading on a 30-minute zone versus a 1-minute zone is completely different, man. But your goals and targets, you can still like just use them the same and stuff, Sack. You could just double them for the market volume. If price action is the same in terms of the direction, the market structure, all that stuff, if that's all the same, there's nothing stopping you from continuing trading your strategy. You just need to be like, right, okay, the volume is like 2.5% of what it 2.5 times what it normally is, therefore I need to calculate that into my SL and stuff like that, so I'm not squeezing myself out of the trade, which is kind of what I did right here. I kind of squeezed myself out of this trade. But I'm alright with that because it's all a learning phase when you're changing to a different strategy, isn't it? So I don't mind that. Okay, silver spreads are slowly coming down now. The spreads were 100 pips D, 110 pips spread on silver, bro. Problem is, with volume that high, even though it that is price almost never reaches smart. Yeah, of course, because it's having serious bullish momentum in it. But that's why key areas work really better because they always tend to line up with break and retest levels, because that's what they basically are. And on gold, you might get a break and retest level in the middle of Asia, which price might come to the middle of Asia. You might get a break and retest level on the high of Asia, which is what happened yesterday. See how we had it right here on the break and retest on gold. You see how here it was that level, this level right here was the break and retest level, and they could have just held it from there. You see what I'm saying? And then obviously on silver, it was Asia midline level, wasn't it? I think on Asia yesterday on silver. That's why, you know, that's why I don't have any fear of buying at all-time highs and structural highs, because price can keep going. It doesn't have to retrace and stuff like that. You just have to think, where's the most likely levels in it? Fib is a pullback level, so it's not a bounce and then retrace back to the high and then continue level. It's if you get pullbacks that are more shallow and deep, but the market doesn't always have to give you that. That's why I don't use fib. That's the reason why I don't use it. When you're trading in all-time highs and stuff like that, you're not always going to get a 0.5, 0.618, 0.786 retracement. That's why I look at 0.382, because that's like a really shallow pullback, because price might give you that. That's why I don't use fib. I've not used fib in a long time. I used fib probably when I first started trading, like 1-2 months. Then I realized it doesn't really work for how I trade. Obviously for you, it can work in a normal market, normal conditions, but we're not in normal market, normal conditions, are we, Francis? We're in like a weird cycle, aren't we? But if this keeps going on, I have no problem increasing my SL. And yeah, just trade the same, but just like if your normal SL is 50 pips, yeah, give it double. If you know gold is up 3% and the average is 1% or the average is 0.5%, then that gold is up 4 times what it usually is. If it's up 4 times what it usually is, then you need to account for 4 times usual price action, which should calculate to potentially 4 times the SL size. Like I told you, innit, on M1, I would trade like from a 7 to 15 pip SL on gold. Very rare occurrences I'd catch a 5 pip SL because the spreads are almost 5 pip. So it's really difficult to get that absolute sniper tag and fly entry. But yeah, I mean, if you look at gold now on M1, yeah, I bet the order blocks and stuff like that are probably going to be like 25 pips, 20-25 pips. Look at that. 89 pip on 1 minute. 89 pip. And then on here, what do we get here? 100 Hiyo. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in really high 70 pip. Bloody hell. 52 pip. Bloody hell. 66 pip. So if my average SR on gold was between 7 to 15, realistically right now my average SL on an order block would probably need to be, because they're literally 10 times the volume. We're literally 10 times the volume, so it'd have to be 70 to 150 pips on M1. But that's not a problem, because look at this. We're gonna target, obviously from here, yeah, you can target 700 and 830 because the volume is so high right now. Remember, like with the markets, you need to learn how to adapt in it, because like it's good following your plan, sticking to what you trade, and that's really good. Yeah, when the markets are changing and stuff like that, you need to adapt to the market condition, so then you're not gonna like get ripped out of that trade or whatever you want to call it. So you're gonna be like flexible and adjustable to whatever the market's giving you or whatever the market's doing. You catch what I'm saying? GBPUSD is doing so bad. GBPUSD is so bad. We're gonna fall under 130, man. I've got a bad feeling that we're gonna fall under 130 on pound. Like a really bad feeling we're gonna fall under 130. That's a weekly low, right? Okay. Safe to say that pound is not gonna come back up here or come back up here today. I think this might even go over to Thursday, because if we're seeing unemployment was so bad, man, that's actually concerning. The UK economy is genuinely concerning to me right now, man. Things are not looking good in the UK. Bloody looking shite. Absolute shite. Oh, damn. Yo, listen, I might come to Kenya, man. D, give me a place to stay. Francis, Khalil, please. I need to leave, man. It's so bad. Oh, my God. Oh, shoot. Yeah, scenario is not good over here, man. Silver recovered really well. Was it? I think it dropped to 2.5%. No, I was joking, innit? Yeah, I was joking. I know. So it dropped, 6.5%, which is a massive drop. And then from a 6.4% drop, we've already recovered 3.8. That is mad. That is mad. And then gold did a how much percent drop? Gold did a screw you, man. Gold did a 2% drop, 2.1, and from a 2.1% drop, it's recovered 50% of that. Yeah, these are mad markets right now, you know. But this is why I like using like 15-minute or 30-minute, 1 hour key areas, because they tend to be really relevant, innit? And those key areas are like a strong level of support for the currency to step back in and continue on its strike in that direction, or whatever you want to call it, whatever terminology you want to use. Already had euro is down as well. Allahu Akbar. Miko took a break too. What do you mean? Well, what did he say? I might do a 0.01 lot on gold and silver, because I need to do minimum trading days anyway, like minimum trading days. Yeah, screw it. Hit a buy there, set an SL down here. There, done. So I got a tiny 0.01 lot on gold. Just a tiny one. He's in Rwanda. Yeah. I know, yeah. But I was looking at their politics, man. They've got a lot of crazy stuff going on, you know. But yeah, so I know he took a break for a few days whilst he was moving over there. So that was the buy on gold. Now I'm going to stick a buy in silver as well. Same thing again. I'm going to stick a small position on silver once the spreads calm down, because the spreads are even on my prop firm, they're showing like 25 pips in it. Bloody hell, man. I need that to just drop to like 1-2 so I can take that trade, because when spreads open back up, it'll put me instantly in profit. What about Bitcoin then? What's the plan with Bitcoin? Is it worth getting into a cheeky little stab on Bitcoin as well or not? Or is that still continuing bearish? It's not looking good, that's for sure. What about the 4 hour? 4 hour, we find support there. Wait a sec, I think Bitcoin's coming to a 4 hour zone actually. 1 second. Yeah, it is right there. And then you got key area below it as well. Screw, I'll take a stab on Bitcoin as well, why not? I'll do that tomorrow. That still looks like a nice little area there. Potentially go along. Now I'm in a big profit trade on gold. I'm up $2 almost. Sorry. Yeah, these markets are insane, man. It's really difficult to catch a... Oh my god, look at the 4 hour. Look at the 4 hour on gold. Isn't that one of the most disgusting candles you've ever seen in your life? Just look at that. Oh my god, that is so bad. Massive wick on the top side, huge wick on the downside, yeah? I love it's rejecting the key area. That's actually really good on the 4 hour, I can't lie. Even on the 2 hour, you're gonna get a candle close in a minute. Even that looks quite nice. And then on the 1 hour, you tagged it straight back in, dojed and moving away from there. Now, that's interesting, that is. Genuinely, that is interesting. What, $5? Yeah, boy. $5 and swing that shit. I'm gonna turn a 0.01 lot into $1,000 trade. I'm gonna swing it all the way to 5,000. That's a joke. I need to put GU on this side, man. Oh, that's much better. That's better. Yeah, I prefer that. EU and GU side by side, GG and GC side by side. How have you guys been finding this year anyway? What's your opinion on this year, like this trading year? Because we're in October now, mid-October. We've literally got 6 weeks left till the end of the year. So have you guys thought about how this year's been, what you've done good, what you've done bad and stuff like that? I reflected on it. Also, I thought Miko's still trading in Rwanda. This year has been absolutely phenomenal for prop firms and V-Book breakers. They've made bare money, bro. They must have made like record levels of profits from failing traders this year, man. I swear down. That's why I don't like prop firms, especially when traders support prop firms. I hate it. Disgusting. I'm gonna go break even on that trade really quick. That break even on that bad boy. And then let that go for as long as it can go. But how have you found it though, Francis? Like for yourself, like what's been the hardest thing for you? Like, you know, reflecting and stuff like that. Like what have you struggled with most this year? For me, it's been for me the biggest difficulty this year has probably been patience and stuff like that. Because the markets haven't really given a move and stuff, because there's been a lot of drama going on with all this trade war stuff. So for me it's been a bit tricky, but I think it's been a good year overall, because I went from studying this year, like this being my first full trading cycle of a year, from January to December pretty much, and I think it's been good in the sense that I've learned how to be patient. I've learned and mastered the psychology, which you guys hear me talk about all the time. I've learned to be sharper and faster at price action. I've learned to be adaptable to price action. I've learned, this is the thing I'm most proud of, I've learned when to just say the market's on good right now, just sit and wait. That's the biggest thing, like understanding the market conditions. Like these markets are crazy right now. Trump's doing this, Trump's doing that, etc., meaning that price is doing this, price is doing that. It's best to just sit and wait, and I've chose the right times to do that. So I'm actually really happy about that. Like that's something I've kind of like nailed pretty good. 5.4. Oh, that's perfect right there. So here's where we are on gold. I don't know, obviously, whatever, that doesn't matter. I'm just trying to keep an eye on it. This trade is just going to be to meet the minimum trading days rule, and if I do make like a $50-$100 profit on it, then I could just leverage that against the next day's profit to try and hit that 0.5%, because I just took a tiny little 0.01 lot. Biggest challenge is frankly sanity. I've just come to accept the market is irrational, but you don't have to be. Exactly. That's good, man. That's really good. I'm proud that you learned that. That's a really big lesson to learn. I have another question as well for you, Francis. Since you've been coming to my live streams, have you found any value? Like, what have you learned from coming to my live streams, if you've learned anything? Like, what value has there been given to yourself, if you feel like there has been any? If it's just entertainment, that's fine, that's okay. D, same question for you. Khalid, same question for you. If you're still here, and whoever's watching the live stream, guys, what has been your biggest struggle of this year, and what have you learned this year, from January 2025 to the ending of this year that we're coming up in 6 weeks? Drop it in the chat. Like, what have you learned and stuff, and how have you found it? I think this is a good time to reflect, because the market's not really giving trades right now, so it's good to just sit and reflect on everything. Biggest, funniest lesson actually that helped me, that has helped me being become a 2025. The market is so you found, so you're okay because everyone else is getting screwed, so you're all getting screwed together. That's what's giving. That's actually a funny way to look at it, bro. Oh my god, that just reminds me of the Nigerian trader. Hey, I found a long on gold. I'm going full margin. Oh god, that is funny. That is so funny, bro. Oh my god. Oh god. Do you feel like I've provided any sort of knowledge or benefit or anything? How can you look at the open trade? Look at the open trade. Yeah. Okay, for me, used to take a lot of trades leading to big losses. Nowadays, I'm cool with not even taking a trade a day, even several days. That's really good, bro. That's really good.
Growth forecast to $710,000 per day. previous forecast was $740,000 per day in monthly reports.
Yeah, that's good, D. That's really good, man. That's really good that you've learned that. And then what about the
oil demand growth forecast?
what was the question asked? So
barrels per day.
how have you found this year? What have you? Yeah. So you've learned. That's good, to be fair, that you've learned patience. Patience is a big thing, bro. Really big thing. It's actually more stressful if you're the only one getting effed, because it's either your psychology or strategy. But if it's everyone and not just you, but even Pepperstone traders, then I'm glad. That is so funny, bro. That is so funny. That is so funny, I swear. Oh my god. To me, like, I don't care what other traders do in it. Like, I don't look at them losing, them winning, because it affects your psychology, doesn't it? So I just think of it more like the market is going to do whatever it does, whatever it does. Like, remember when silver took me out yesterday? What happened? Silver took me out and then I just laughed. I wasn't angry. I was just like, lol, the markets are hilarious, bro. The markets are so funny. You seen that? I just started laughing on the live stream. There's no anger, no resentment. Why did it take me out? I was like, lol, the markets are too good, you know. They're too funny. They're too funny. Because the market's going to do whatever it does. It's just down to me to catch the right trade or the wrong trade. That's it. So I'm not going to get angry at the market because it's nothing to do with me, innit? Okay, we're at $9.8, mate, on the 50k funded. Woo, big payout. $9.8, 80% profit split. $7.30 after the conversion for pound to thingy. Oof, mate, you're gonna get like a $5 payout. Oh yeah, and then after fees and stuff as well for the payout. Oh yeah, another few percent. That's sarcasm, by the way. So both of you answer that, I appreciate it. So the next question then, I'll ask it again, obviously. Going to my live streams, do you find any benefit there? Educational, anything, I don't know. Because I started doing live streams now for about 4, 5, 6 months, 4, 5, I don't know. When did I start doing it properly, man? This is live stream number 73, I think. The first 10, 20 I didn't do properly because I was like trading, then waking up late, then not trading, then waking up late, blah, blah, blah. And also, give me some feedback, man. Like, what stuff do you want me to do? Or is there anything that you prefer that I do and stuff? Because I talk a bit about fundamentals anyway, so I think that's there. I talk a bit about technicals on M1, but then I suppose, like, I kind of go to higher time frame and give, like, a brief view on higher time frame stuff as well. So, I'm trying to think, is there anything else I can do? The weekend live streams, I'm willing to do them earlier if you guys are gonna come. I'll probably do. Tell me what time you guys want to, because most of you guys are from Kenya anyway, bro. So I can do slightly earlier, because if I do slightly earlier, even the Americans can come, and it'll be slightly early in America, and that's fine as well, I suppose. So I could do like 4 PM UK time, which will still be 8 AM Central Time, I think. Yeah, the streams are great, learn a lot, invalidations, psychology. Yeah, that's good. Your streams are good. Personally, I don't see reason to change. Okay, that's fine. Good. Because I don't really get much feedback in it, so it's kind of like, what? Or, am I doing good? Because the purpose is to show authenticity in trading. For all those people who said to me you can't trade M1, all that stuff. And then also I thought I want to provide value as well in it. So that's good. All that stuff's working out. I'm happy about that. Thank you so much. It generally does mean a lot when you guys come to the stream and stuff, and I get happy in it. So thank you. The only time in trading I'm happy is when you guys are here. That's not even a joke. That's more sincere. I'm gonna roll my stop loss on gold for $3.32. $3.32. That's the one. Bro, even at 0.01, you can still make good money if you swing it. Mad. So there's nothing that you So I'll tell you the videos I did want to make educationally, yeah? I want to make a video on market structure, internal, external, high time frame, low time frame, like daily structure, 4-hour structure, and then like 30-minute, 15-minute structure. A video on understanding that. A video on understanding market direction, which has a link between the technicals and a link between fundamental bias and sentiment. This is like a mixture of fundamental, sentiment, and technicals. I wanted to make a video of supply, demand, and all the different types of supply, demand you have. The good ones, the weak ones, the valid ones, the invalid ones. What else can I make a video on? Breaks of structure versus false break of structures. So an internal break of structure versus an external break of structure, and why an internal and external are different and what they kind of mean and stuff. Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you for asking, innit, man. I need something, bro, just to give me something to do, innit. Thank you, bro. Okay, what time frame? High time frame? So I have to do full, innit, bro. Why not? Like you're bloody doing anything. So if you go on daily, from this low to this high, obviously higher low. Okay, so trending bullish here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Technically lower low, but then it continued to make a higher high, then a higher low, then a higher high, then a higher low, then a higher high. Internal lower low, but that just come out to take out 1, 2, 3, 4 equal lows, pretty much a week or 2 weeks worth of lows. Then it had a huge shoot up. Then you had this low here to this high here. Then we contracted. Higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, external lower low, lower high, lower low. But within this price leg here, meaning this swing low to this swing high, we're still in this level here. If we broke below and continue to make a lower high, then continue to make a lower low, I would expect this zone to then fail and continue to make a lower low. Bro, why is everyone hammering me on Facebook, man? What the hell? I made a post on the video and I'm getting literally like 50 comments, bro. One second. They have to type it in capitals now because these guys are so stupid, man. So stupid. So yeah, because of this here, I'm still kind of like think that GU still might have potential room to go slightly higher, although we might be contracting obviously on the lower time frame, might look very bearish, but that's where you get there's issues with the dashboard.
So seeing from Total Energy's CEO, OPEC will regain control of the oil market. EU's von der Leyen saying to scrap roaming charges for Montenegro next year.
Okay, so yo, we're up $20, man. Yo, look at gold go. Yo, gold is going, mate. Yo, I actually might make some money on this trade, you know. I'm gonna hold it up here anyway. I'm just gonna keep holding it and keep holding it. Yo, that's not bad. Bro, if I did 0.1, it would have been up nearly like 1/4%. I just did it for like the daily trade, innit? Wow, okay. That's not bad still. What's silver looking like? Silver's gradually creeping up as well. That is so fascinating, man. Anyway, so going back to GU, I still think that obviously on the lower time frame we might be slightly bearish, but on the daily time frame, until we break this low, here, and then retrace into making a lower high around this level here, or even around this level here, because there is a supply zone right here on the daily time frame. So if we retrace into there, or we take out these highs here and then retrace from here and break this new low that we're gonna make, like if we come down, break this low, then we get this happen, and then we break this low here, then I'm 100% shifting bearish on the daily and possibly the weekly time frame. At that point, what they're saying now? She just commented again. I'm gonna block you now. You're really annoying me. I'm about to give a really ABCD answer here. 1 second, man. Come on, man, there, because there's things. So I guess there you go, done. Sorry, man, stupid Facebook. Okay, so yeah, going back to GU then. So basically, yeah, that's how we are on the daily anyway. Now if you go to the 4 hour time frame, you can see that we're still kind of using the same price leg and stuff. You can say we're still kind of using this low, but now we're using this high, and we are contracting lower highs and lower lows within this price action. So I would say you can be bearish until you come to this level. At this level, you might get bullish price action and go up from here, which is what I'm thinking. The price might come up here and then boom, you get that move up on the lower time frame. Very similar to the daily time frame, to be fair. Oh, she commented now, man. I'm just gonna look at a comment later. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, now if we just look at this weekly low, who knows where price might go from here? It might start pushing up and possibly make another high, because who knows, we might get, you know, the shutdown ending, and then we might get all the data for the jobs and stuff, and then it might turn out absolutely horrible. Which is what a lot of people are thinking on there. A lot of people are banking on the idea that it's gonna be really bad for the USA, like the jobs data and stuff. A lot of people are kind of
Nasdaq 100 futures down 1.1% and Dow futures down 0.5%.
A lot of people have that view at the moment, don't they, that the data's coming out bad, and because they're not getting the data right now, it's strengthening the dollar. So I think that's kind of what's going on right now with the dollar strength. So if we do get the shutdown ending, inflation goes higher. Yeah, inflation going higher helps the dollar in terms of DXY becoming higher, but then it doesn't help the economy, which overall is going to crumble, and then long term you're going to have really negative effects off of that, right? So I think that obviously this is going to be interesting to see, because if we do the fib from this low to this high, we are sat right in that 786 level. So you are sat right in that 786 level right here, rejected right there. So I find that interesting. So yeah, man, I think that the next week, yeah. What news you got this week? Sorry, let's look at the news that we've got this week. I'm curious, aren't I? So this week we've got Forex Factory. Let's just go Forex Factory to make it easy for myself. We got GBPJPY. Oh, they've cleared the Friday diary. They've cleared Friday. Friday the 17th, they took out NFP and stuff. Yeah, they've took it out. Ugh. Which means there's a likelihood that it's not gonna... I think I read something, the government shutdown's gonna last another month. If the government shutdown's gonna last another month, then odds are... yeah, fib is deep down, yeah. Actually, I remember, I think I read somewhere that the shutdown's gonna last another month. If we do see that D, then we might still see a bearish thingy. A bullish dollar. So if that is the case, 100% we're going to break these lows. I'm absolutely confident in that if that's the case, because growth is really good right now for the economy. Inflation is high, but we have no jobs data. So if you go off of high inflation, high growth, that's perfect. That's perfect for the economy. If you're just trading high growth, high inflation, that's beautiful, bro. The inflation is going high, but the economy is growing. People are making money. That's perfect. That's like a booming market. But that's where employment comes in. If you've got high employment, high growth, high inflation, that is the absolute best condition of a market. Absolute longs all day long. Long it. That's like the best cycle of an economy there is for a country. So the fact that we don't have any jobs data to go off of, what it's doing is allowing the growth and the inflation to support each other, creating a bullish dollar. Does that make sense? This is fundamental teaching, and because Mika doesn't teach any of this. Because when you look at the Fed and stuff like that, they have a monetary policy, yeah, which is tied into managing inflation and employment. So it's about maximizing employment whilst reducing inflation. Now, growth factor relies or correlates to inflation and correlates to employment. So if you see excessive growth, fantastic. That's a good thing. That is never bad. That's beautiful. That's why they say GDP, What's your country's GDP? 2%, 3%, 4%. That means your economy is doing good. Your country's growing. Your country has influx of money. That's beautiful. That's why they say economy's growth is based on GDP. Gross domestic purchases or something like that. Gross domestic... I think it is gross domestic purchases or something like that. So anyway, yeah. Without the employment data, if we're going off of what we just have, bro, the DXY is absolutely killing it. It makes sense. Yes, gross domestic product, that's the one. There you go. Perfect. Thank you, boys. Appreciate it. So that's where we're seeing that that bullishness in the DXY, because Jerome Powell spoke here in the Fed meeting, yeah, on the Wednesday, where he said, I'm happy to cut rates, but I'm not so fast at cutting rates. The stock market rallied, the stock market tanked after that. If you guys remember, let me go and I'll show you that on the, let me just set an alert here first of all, innit? Because there might be an opportunity to get long. So if you go on US 30, actually do S&P 500, yeah? Because everyone knows S&P 500, innit? So if you go on S&P 500 on the daily chart, and then, yeah, we look at this here, you see how on here, we were bullish on this candle. We were, oh god damn it, we were bullish on this candle here, yeah. And then when Jerome Powell said that he's not so quick at cutting rates, that's when you had a massive wick to the downside. That's when you had that absolutely huge ginormous wick to the downside. So this right here, then the market rebalanced out, buyers stepped back into the market, and then they just carried on pushing it higher and higher and higher. And then you can see the DXY reflecting that right there via these 3-day candles. And then we obviously had a brief pullback because you had a retest of this key level right here, which is in grey, you can see. You broke that, coming to the next level, which is resistance. Then we dropped down. Then when did we get government shut down? We got government shut down. What was the date it started? 2025 government shut down. No, let me just do 2025 USA federal shutdown. Yeah, there you go. Start date. 1st of October. There we go. Wednesday, 1st. I think it was Tuesday, wasn't it? I thought it was Tuesday. It might have been Tuesday UK time. No, that can't make sense because we're ahead of them. But anyway, yeah, it's showing the 1st of October anyway, yeah. I feel like it was Tuesday, but they're saying the 1st of October, which is a Wednesday. That's fine, no problem, yeah. So then obviously on the Wednesday, what do you see? You see it holding support, yeah. This is just lining up with that support level anyway. But then on here, what do you see? You see a massive wick to the downside. Why did price drop down hugely? Because government shutdowns are not good for stocks and indices. Normally they drop 5-10%. 10%'s a lot. Normally they drop like between 2 to 5%, yeah. And then when the market does reopen, they absolutely rally off at the back of that. And it's been historic for the last, how many years was it? I think it's the last 15 years or 20 years. That's always been the case over government shutdowns. Every time there's been a shutdown, when it reopens, the stock market rallied. So then we had this massively bearish day right here. which is where Trump made that statement of obviously China and the 100% tariffs. Tariffs are bad for stocks. Why? Because they drive inflation. And also US 500 is the main 500 companies. If you got the tariff war going on and stuff like that, it decreases the value of the dollar. It pushes the stocks into disarray and stuff like that. Obviously the stocks are reliant on the US, on China for importing products and stuff like that, right? So it affects their business, it affects their profit margins, it affects their potential profit curve and their quarterly projections and stuff like that. So you see how all of these things are really linked to each other. The technicals are lining up with the fundamentals. The sentiment is showing the direction. The sentiment is showing what are the traders thinking, the hedge funds, the banks. Let me just go to pound, because we're done with pound anyway, aren't we? Like, we know what's going on with pound. Was that even a trade? I bet that wasn't even a trade. Yep, no trade, no trade, no trade, no trade. Absolutely magnificent. Suck your mother. Apologies, guys. Let me just... There's no trade because you broke structure there just about, yeah? Fair and greed index. You can also use puts and calls to figure that out. So if you trade options, puts and calls will give you an idea. That's equal highs, broke structure here, no retracement back in there for a long. Actually, you know what? There might be an opportunity on euro. One second, there might be an opportunity on euro. And GJ. God damn it, man, just click there. I don't like the look of that. We got massive gaps here. 1, 2 massive gaps there. It's not balanced price. It's not balanced price. It's just like we're back with the huge gaps. I'm not sure about that. Okay, 1 sec, I'll answer that question as well. .8 ain't bad actually, you know. What time? You're 9:30. Oh no, wait. We tagged into that zone there. That's invalid. This year, but it won't be possible this year. We've only got 6 weeks left. I think Goldman Sachs or something like that. I don't remember which one. Goldman Sachs or was it JP Morgan? One of them says they're expecting next year to be 5k for gold. 5k for gold next year is possible. And I think they said in the next 5 years, 10k. Very possible. Jim, I said, this one, I first put tomato sauce. Yeah, you were nice. Do, please. Do, okay, so alert set there. Let me just go to this really quick so that I don't miss anything, boys. I know I'm in that gold trade on the 50k account, but I need to get these others funded as well, man. So I need to keep attention on that as well. Oh, look. You would have got slapped. You would have got slapped. You would have got slapped. I didn't feel confident about it. I felt like it's took out all these highs here, yeah? And you got all these gaps and the yen's, the pound's doing bad and the yen strengthening. I think it's going to come down. And this sweep was like freaking 20 pips, bro. That's not even a valid reversal point. You know what I'm saying? I think from here we might get something possibly, yeah. But yeah, that's why I didn't take it. It just didn't feel right, man. It didn't feel right. But that's experience in it, which is good, man. Thank God. Thank God I have experience in the market. Thank you, Jesus. Give me experience. We're coming to a 5 minute. Oh God, yeah. We're coming to a heavy 5 minute zone there. That's also a 2 minute zone right there that just got tagged. Also a 5 minute zone that just got tagged. Beautiful. That means no trade. Perfect. You can carry on with the discussion. So basically, you see how so going back to the DX1, then I'll answer your question about fear and greed and stuff like that, and how to kind of notice if you're in a fear market or a greed market. So basically, yeah, as obviously we've had the government shut down on the first, yeah, we've had a lot of push to the upside, big days. Even though we know the situation in the USA is bad, it's not looking good in the USA. Yes, growth is good. Yes, inflation's high, but the employment is really bad. Jolts was really bad. Unemployment claims was really bad. Unemployment rate is really bad. Wage growth is subpar at best. So now that we've taken that out of the market, we see obviously that price has now obviously rallied off at the back of that, yeah. God damn it. Looks like there's a trade on EU bought. No, it wasn't in, it was invalid. Yes, it was invalid. That should fail. If it does work, I don't really care because it's invalid. So then we've seen obviously this big level of support on the DXY and stuff, lining up with that data that was also given from the government. So from the government shutdown, allowing the DXY to find support basically, right? And a lot of people who are still short on the DXY, the only other level you had was this 98.5 to 99, and then you had this level here, 99.5 to 102. After that, you had 101 to 102 basically. After breaking this level, there's a huge likelihood we are going to target all the way back into 103, 104, 105, 106. If you're bearish, yeah? Because you had such a huge sell-off on the DXY, such a ginormous sell-off that we needed some type of correctional pullback. So we had this entire move to the downside, yeah? So people are saying, if you want to go short, you can go short here. If that doesn't work, you can go short here. If this doesn't work and you get a break and retest, odds are it's going to keep going up from here. Because that's like a seriously discounted level to go bearish on, if that makes sense, on the DXY. So that's kind of how people were thinking of it. But with me, I was thinking, because I'm more intraday, I need to find more intraday based levels because I don't swing trade, I just trade intraday. So then I found these levels here that you guys already see that I've had on the chart for so long, which as you can see are really valid zone. They've held up absolutely magnificently here and here, and here is held up really good. And same with this zone here and here and here. Like the zones have held up absolutely beautiful. And so I had more of an intraday perspective on DXY, hence I was marking these zones out. But if you are a high time frame trader, bro, 150%, this level's good and this level's good and this level's good. This is the least relevant one. This one right here. So right, let's now go to your other question, yeah, which was fear and greed. Okay, so fear and greed is linked with the market that you're trading, yeah, and how people behave in that market. If you've got extreme fear in a market, what do you think that means to assets like indices, commodities, and Forex? What do you think that means? I'm asking to find out your understanding, so like to find out if you're on the right path or not. Everything running crazy nowadays. Yeah, it is, bro, 100%. I mean, gold is Francis, gold is doing like 1.5–2% almost every single day, whereas before it's doing like 0.5% to like 0.6, 0.7, I think, before. Like it's just gradually going up, but now we get like 1%, 1.5, almost like 2% days. But silver, for me, like silver's been been dangerously good, bro. Exceptional. Silver has been exceptional. Gold's doing a nice little drop right now. Let's see how this goes. Either it tags me out in profit or it just fails. Bashy, what time you be on till? I don't know. I mean, I'm just talking about fundamentals and stuff like that with D, so this could be a nice 30–40 minute conversation. But I do need to go by 11 o'clock because I have a dentist appointment at 11:30. So I'll be here for maybe another 30–40 minutes. Yeah, okay, sure, I'll teach you. Ooh, a video on it. When and how to trade invalid zones. When are you gonna be back? I make a video on can you trade invalid zones. Yes and no. Yes, you can. Yes, you can trade them. Should you? Not really. I think 1 hour. Yeah, I might. It depends how long the conversation I have with D goes and stuff like that, and what questions they have. But I'll definitely need to be done by 11 o'clock anyway, because I got a dentist appointment at 11:30. But yeah, I will think about making a video on it. Okay, so D, are you still here? Yeah, tomorrow, remind me. Okay, yeah. Then you show me. Yeah, sure. That's fine, bro. That's fine. To see how in this invalid zone it failed. See how this invalid zone it failed. It didn't give a trade at all. So there's gonna be times where you'll have it where it don't work. Yeah, that's fine, Khalil. I'll see you later, bro. Most likely tomorrow. Trading invalid zones. Oof, he's a risky guy, man. Risky guy. Let's go to New York session, because we're gonna probably trade there, and then odds are we're gonna keep an eye on these highs here, because that's gonna serve as a potential. Wait a second, that's a break and retest level. Look at that. That's a break. Man's gonna look for retest. I'm gonna look for sweep of this level. I'm gonna follow the retest on the way down, and then they're gonna get taken out as well. And then it's gonna go in that direction, or it'll go in that direction. That's interesting. Yeah, that's the break and retest level right there. So you learned about it recently, yeah? Okay, so the question I have for you, yeah, I asked you earlier, but you probably forgot. If we're in a a market that is highly fearful, yeah, is there an index for it? Is there an index for it? That can't be an index for it. Where? Where is it? Oh, indicator. Okay, indicator. He said index. I was like, what? There's an index? What? Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine. Got it. Yeah. For indicators, yeah, there will be one, but I don't really use them because I just look at the way the market is behaving in general to get the direction anyway.
You're behind the markets. If you're a real day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Let's make a big, beautiful deal, people. Come on.
Yeah, so fear and greed index for me, yeah, how I view them is more based on what the market does, yeah, because indexes and all these things and yo, what's going on here on the M5, man? Have we had some more negative news? See how it tagged in, gave it, that was technically an invalid zone there. It's annoying because there's no entries on sells, there's no entries on longs. No entries on sells and no entries on longs. Yep. Okay, no wait. Broke level there. Didn't tag. Oh no, it did tag. London Open tagged it. Oh yeah. London Open tagged it, but was it SL? I bet it was a bit oof. Yeah, 4.5 pips is huge, bro. because I need to cover the high as well, innit? Oof. Yeah, I couldn't have traded that, man. That would have been like what? 5? Yeah, I mean, that's TP1. Partials would have been. That's not even worth it. Literally, that's not even worth it. Okay, so going back to fear greed index, how you can tell if you're in a fearful market, look at the nasdaq, look at US, the S&P 500. Yeah, if you're in a greed market, Bitcoin's gonna thrive. Yeah, gold is gonna fall. Gold is gonna fall. Bitcoin's gonna thrive. You're gonna see outperformance of Bitcoin versus gold, because Bitcoin is a risk-on asset. Risk-on meaning greed. There's greed in the market. Why do you have greed in the market? Because things are stabilizing or things are looking up. Things are looking better. The sentiment is that we're due to become better, or we're due to be more bullish in the next 1, 2, 3 months. Everyone's getting the trades in now. Yeah. So the markets are a representation of that occurring. Indicators are lagging because they don't explain the candle by candle by candle, the support, the resistance, where the traders are, where are they not. That's why I don't believe in indicators. I don't follow indicators. I just believe in price action itself. And then you need to have the fundamental understanding of what the charts represent. That's how I view it. But that's more for like high time frame, 4-hour daily traders. For me on M1 it doesn't matter. But I love economy. I like understanding economy. I had a business and stuff related to import export, so understanding, you know, the price variations and the economy variations over the next 3 months, 6 months would affect my business. So I kind of had an idea of that anyway. And in the UK, I've always been someone who's always been politically aware. And politically aware also means the awareness of the economy. Like, it's kind of hand in hand. I don't know, bro. I couldn't find it. Find me the name for it, innit? Because there were so many there, bro. So many there. So yeah, that's what you'd see. You'd see gold falling. You'd see most metals falling. You'll see indices rallying, Bitcoin rallying. Obviously, if you're trading the dollar, as in major crosses, you start to see the dollar push up as well, and start breaking through resistance levels, start changing structure and stuff like that, because people are buying into the dollar, they're buying into the stock market, they're buying into Bitcoin, which is obviously, as I said, that you know, yeah, when you're in a fearful market, this is where it's good to understand safe haven currencies. The reason why I have gbpjpy, the reason why I have gbpchf is because they're safe haven currencies. In times of calamity and stuff like that, people pull money out of the dollar, they put it into yen and CHF first, because they're safe haven currencies. Low lending rate, low borrowing rate. They even pay you to hold positions, hence why you call carry trade. So carrying a position, they actually pay you swaps, they actually pay you fees to hold that trade because of their low lending cost. Google phone greed, it's there. Yeah. I don't use those indexes though anymore. We can have a look, but it's on Google, innit? It's not on TradingView. Fear and greed index, CNN. Oh, investor sentiment. Yeah, of course, yeah. So right now, you're not about the one on the CNN website, yeah, where it says fear. That's the one you're talking about, ain't it? Yeah. Okay. So are you asking? The put and call options, 5 days average, that's obviously accounting all the way till April where there was extreme fear in the market. Yeah, I don't like the way they've done it. Right, that's interesting, the way they've got theirs done. But as I said, my answer still kind of remains the same in it, yeah? That the markets are the best representation. That not really, no. Time for me to clock out. See you tomorrow. Peace out, Francis. We were in a fair market a couple days ago when Trump said we're going to stick tariffs on China. Then yes, we were in a fair market, but then he literally said, oh, it's all a misunderstanding, don't worry about it, blah blah blah. So that's took the fear straight out of the market. Now there is a bit of fear there because he said we're still going to leave it open till the 1st of November, and then obviously like that's still leaving fear there because he hasn't said we're not doing it, we've ended the 1st of November implementation of the 100% tariff. Is still there, but he just goes, oh, it's a brief mistake and stuff like that. So until he stops that, fear is potentially still in the market, and obviously you will see that by GBPCHF and GBP yen also, because government shutdown happened. It'd be better on CHF actually. So GBPCHF, yeah, we've been falling because of the risk of the risk we have in the market, the uncertainty and stuff like that. So you need to look at it like this, yeah. What can I look at to figure out, is the market being traded out of fear or being traded out of yen? Is it was bullish, yeah, it was, but then I mean it was bearish, but then
German ZEW economic sentiment forecast 41.1 on the prior 37.3. Current conditions forecast -74.2 on the prior -76.4.
So basically the market, yeah, there was fear in the market. Obviously initially there was fear in the market, and then the yen now is a bit more bullish because obviously the Sanae Takashi. No, it's Takashi. There is no Takashi in Japan.
1 minute, I believe German ZEW economic sentiment.
Yeah, it's just Takashi, yeah. So basically, yeah, she said that we're not going to completely scrap, because first you come out saying, yeah, that the Bank of Japan must align with the government's opinion, blah blah blah, all that stuff, yeah. Then she come out and said, oh, by the way, we're not gonna completely get the yen completely weak. And then when she said we're not gonna completely make the yen weak, what happened? The yen rallied off at the back of there, and that was what, 2-3 days ago, and 1-2-3 days ago. Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here. I think it was around here. Wasn't it Friday? Thursday, Friday? So yeah, man.
39.3, 39.3, lower than forecast 41.1.
What's this for?
Current conditions -80,
This is news.
-80, lower than forecast -74.2. ZEW survey expectations 22.7, 22.7.
Well, that's economic sentiment and current condition survey for the euro. Well, for Germany, but obviously euro, innit? Okay, so that didn't come out good either. So what else are we talking about? So yeah, it's good to understand the monetary policies and stuff as well for the currency that you're trading, Like it's good to understand what they say and what the market reflects in it. Obviously, when she come into term or when she won the election, everyone's like, right, she's got the same policy as the other person who wanted to keep the yen weak, short the yen, short the yen. That was kind of the consensus, wasn't it? And that was also the reason why pound broke that level, wasn't it? Why GJ broke that 199 level, right? Or that 200 level, remember? Is because of that. So that happened. UJ obviously did that big move to the upside. So it's good to understand the monetary policy of the government, the banking view on that government, because all these things line up with the next quarter, like the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months worth of trading in it, potentially. Now, for me, I like to know the fundamentals just because I find it fascinating. I enjoy it, and I do eventually want to become a swing trader from M1. So I want to swing M1 positions and make like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600. I'd love to hit 1,000 odd trade. So it's good for me to just kind of get that knowledge and understand the monetary policies, the government guidelines, the sentiment perspective on the next quarter, the projection of the government and stuff like that. Because all these things line up in, and all these things are the main drivers of the market on the higher time frames. On the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, they're the main drivers for the direction of where the market is due to go and where the market wants to go. So yeah, fear and greed. Look at GBP, look at CHF, look at yen against other pairs, or even the index, the yen index, the CHF index. Look at them. If they're flying through the roof, you're going to see DXYs falling through the floor because they're opposites. And when you see I trade EU, GU, both linked to each other against the dollar, if GU is weaker, I'll see it versus EU, GU, because GU is normally the more dominant pair. If I see GC, GJ, and they're both down, yeah, and EU and GU and GU's down, that means we got a weak pound. Because the other two are safe haven currencies, they move in the similar manner. The pound is weak against both of them. The pound is weak against the euro on EU and GU, so they're all inversely linked and correlated, linked off of the back of the dollar. So I can, if I'm shorting the dollar, I can buy EU, GU, short GJGC. You see what I'm saying? So I'm putting myself in more trades, but the direction is kind of one direction off of the DXY, if you catch what I mean. So that's how and why I trade these 4 pairs, because they're all inversely linked and correlated. Now, if I add other pairs into this is why I didn't like changing GBPCHF for gold, because I need to look at GBPCHF and GBPN. Are they both moving similar direction? Or is it the case where the yen's weak today and the CHF is strong? Then you need to look at CHF-JPY. And even Euro GBP, but I don't need Euro GBP because they're both on the chart. I can see them on the chart anyway. That's why I trade these main 4 pairs. If I was a 30-minute time frame trader or a 1 hour time frame trader, I would have probably 4 more pairs. I'd look at probably 8 pairs. On the 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame, I could probably manage 8 pairs very easily. And I'd have them all inversely linked as well. But yeah, your question, how do you know if an extreme greed market is going to be Bitcoin flying, indices flying, the index for that currency, like dollar index, euro index, pound index, they should also naturally fly off the back of there as well, but they're more lagging. But normally the indices and Bitcoin are a good time teller for that. Extreme fear, you're going to see gold fly, silver fly. If it's a geopolitical war concern, oil will also fly off the back of there. If it's oil like Iran and stuff like that, when Iran had that brief war with Israel, obviously, and then Iran said we're going to cut the flow from the port in it. What's the port called? The Gulf port. They said we're going to cut that there. Oil flied up there. Gold flew up from there. But that's more geopolitical. And then if you look at currencies and stuff like that, yeah, which is indicating a more currency based fair market, you'd see CHF rally, yen rally. Dollar is a safe haven currency itself because it's one of the strongest economies, but if that's failing, then the yen and CHF are going to be the best performers in that market. 150%, absolutely no question, you can deny that. So yeah, and they can buy gold, buy silver, buy CHF, buy yen, and then, you know, when you had the tariffs, yeah, where Trump did the tariffs the first time, do you know the reason why euro rallied more than pound? Why EU was outperforming GU? Do you know the reason why? I mean, first of all, did you even know the EU was performing at GU? But EU was outperforming GU at that time. Yeah, so do you know the reason why? Because euro is kind of in the scenario where the pound is doing that sort of tariffs on the world scenario, yeah, and it's only really affecting the pound, the dollar, not like the other currencies and economies. Euro is one of the best outperformers in that scenario also, because euro consists of what? France, Germany, Italy. You know what I'm saying? All these economies are big economies, but they're under one umbrella, Europe. So in that scenario, that's why euro was outperforming GU, because GU is just one economy, yeah. Whereas with the euro, you had obviously the European countries are all a collective, aren't they, for that growth of the overall European economy. That is, you know, if you to get rid of the DXY and get rid of America, euro would probably be the strongest currency and the strongest. It would be the new DXY. It would be the new America. Europe would. Because of that collective of Germany, France, Spain, Italy, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, so there's more stability within there, and it's more of a safe haven currency in the scenario where the tariffing situation happens in it. So it's kind of a unique scenario where it only really plays out. If you're in an extreme fair market, and actually yen and CHF are going to be the best. Yen and CHF outperformed all of them. They did outperform all of these things, yeah. But then after them, it was euro pairs. Euro pairs were outperforming after the yen and the CHF. That's basically the reason why, innit? I see, superb insight. Yeah. But this is where sentiment's important, fundamentals are important, understanding all these things are important. You can't trade without it on the daily time frame. You can't trade without it on the 4-hour time frame. But if you really want to catch the main meat of the move, like the main, I don't know, EU longs, yeah, the government says, or the Fed says things aren't looking good, inflation's out of control, this is not looking good, that's not looking good, the data's not looking good, all this stuff lines up, yeah? And you can see euro is the strongest currency at the moment. Oh yeah, our inflation's exactly where we want it. Oh yeah, our growth is absolutely perfect, we're doing fantastic right now, we're hitting all of the data points, we're outperforming all the other currencies, and dollar is just underperforming in everything. Then you can swing that position. Obviously you need technicals to enter a trade like 4 hour daily. You do need the technicals to enter, and you can't just trade technicals like Miko and loads of other people. You can't just do that, it's fine, no problem with it. But for you to understand how long you can hold it, how long you can push it, you're gonna need more of a fundamental bias. Like, you can be profitable without fundamentals on the 4 hour and daily, but to maximize the profitability and become overall better in your trades, better in your entries and stuff like that, yeah, I think fundamentals are going to be a big key factor in that. Yeah, exactly. You have to use them both in it. They're inversely linked in it. Like, they're linked to each other, man. So obviously, like, you need to have that also. But right, I think I've got any other questions, D? But yeah, that's how I like learning fundamentals and stuff like that, because bro, if you think about it, yeah, D, if you could swing a trade, yeah, from M1 and you could hold it for a week and your SL is 2 to 4 pips, yeah, and you could catch, what's the average move on EUG right now? 60 to 80 pips in the day, yeah, 60 to about 80, 90 on EU, and about 80 to 110 on GU. Now, if you caught a 2 to 4 pip SL and you caught, say, 9, 18, 270 pip move, bro, what odd is that? 100 and... That's 130 R in 2-3 days, possibly, yeah, if you're trending in a direction. And then if you hold it for 1-2 weeks, you could swing from the M1, yeah, from as little as a 2 to 4 pip stop as you could swing in a week or two. You could probably get a 300-400 R trade. That's insane, bro. Absolutely insane. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely insane, bro. Yeah, it's massive. That's why I like fundamentals and stuff, yeah, because you can catch these absolutely monstrous moves. You just need to really understand the market, understand yourself, and then move forward with that level of understanding you have in the market. But obviously there has to be a cause behind it and a logic behind it. You can't just be like, yeah, I want to do this. Why? Just because. No, there has to be like analysis behind it, logic, reason, intelligence, blah, blah, blah. Like, there has to be more to it. Yeah. But obviously, like it's because I have a lot of invalidations. Yeah, it is because it has to be one of those trades that I take where invalidations are there and stuff, and then I have to absolutely swing it, go break even straight away, hold it for 1, 2, 3 days, take partials at like 100R or 200R, whatever. Take partials at like 30% or something. Because then if you go 100R, you take 30%. You've at least banked 30 risk reward in it, and then hold it for another 100R, take another 30%, hold it for another 100R, take it for another 30%, take it for another 100R, take another 30%. Yeah, okay trades on what I trade. I only trade the absolute prime time, the best of the best setups in it, so I don't mind that. What's gold saying then, man? Okay, gold's up now, yeah. 300 pips, 0.7%. Oh, silver's falling off. This is definitely some harsh profit taking on silver, bro. Very harsh profit taking on silver. Right, so I'm gonna hold this probably till I don't know how many days. Let's look at how much profit. Let me just look at the profit. Hold on. And where to set my TP and stuff in like a realistic place. I'll probably hold it for 4,300. I'll probably hold it for about 4,300. That'll happen in about a week anyway. It might even happen in 2-3 days. We're doing 800 pip days. Literally, like 800 pip days. It could even happen in a few days. Couple days even, yeah. Right, that's interesting, that is. It's only a 0.01 lot anyway, so it's not going to do much damage, but I need to trade 4 minimum days anyway, so I might as well just stick a 0.01 in. And if I make $5, $10, $15, $20 on the 50k funded account, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's not like it's going to be the end of the world or anything. Right then, D, I think we're done, yeah? Unless you got any other questions. Whoa, look at GBP go. Yo, GBP's caught a move right now. What's going on here? It suddenly started flying. Oh, good. That's fine. I'll go over Miko's now anyway. We can just go chill over there. I just need to find out where I roll my stop loss on here. I'll roll the stop loss onto 41.29. 41.29. 41.29. So Stop loss is at 41, 29, 13. There you go. So there is the stop loss and the entry. Just keep that there. Yeah. So there's that. All done. Alright then, peace out DLC at Miko's maybe because I need to go to dentist appointment, but wait, is he streaming or not still? Or is he just not trading because he's on holiday? Because I thought he's still trading, no? I've got a new subscriber. Thank you to the person with the Russian name. I think that's a Russian name. I don't know. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, my friend. He's trading. Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah. Right. Let me just do the links and all that stuff. Then yeah, peace out, bro. I'll see you over there hopefully in like 5 minutes or something. Right, guys. Thank you for coming, commenting, all that cool stuff. Just dropping the links in the chat before I end the stream. The links for my social media, for my X account and my Instagram account, and then the free Discord as well. Completely free Discord. And then also the code Bashy for 10% off at Heron's trade copy. You have to use that link and that code, otherwise it won't work. So yeah, peace out, guys. Take it easy. See you tomorrow. Just be careful because you got the speech in New York session from Jerome Powell, which is gonna be at UK time, so BST, 5:20 BST. So I think in EST, I think that's 12:20 EST, I think. And then you got Governor Bailey speaking at 6 p.m. BST. So just be careful with that, guys. Take it easy. Peace out. Bye.